Good afternoon. This is John Akinner with Prudential California Realty. Today we're going to look at something a little different. We're going to look at the Civic Center of La Mirada and just do a brief little tour of what is at the Civic Center. And I can't get into too much detail because of the time, but any of these other places that we're about to see can be looked at in more detail. There's a lot going here. There's a resource center, activity center, city hall, and a library, and even a monument to the veterans. So we're going to take a look at each of those very briefly. And we'll conclude our trip today with a little view of Splash, the water park that has recently awarded one of the best water parks in Southern California. Let's take a look and see what La Mirada offers you. Thank you. So look at here at the fountains. The plaza, the main plaza, has several fountains. Coming up on one of the most significant things I was mentioning earlier, a monument to veterans, right there, very bright. Over here to our left is City Hall, one of the oldest buildings. Between this and the library, they're the two oldest buildings here in La Mirada as far as the Civic Center goes. These buildings were built in the 70s. This is the library right here. So right here we're taking a brief look at the monument itself. This is the library. City Hall. This building right here we're coming up on is the Resource Center. This was recently built not long ago. We'll take a little more detailed look at these if we had the time. And there's a clock in the plaza. We're going to meander over here to the activity center, down the steps. We're going up here in La Mirada, and this has changed a lot. Since I remembered it was just, there's a big parking lot, a library, and City Hall. And a few years ago, the city decided they were going to start building things. Slowly but surely. Over in the distance, you see the fire station over there. In the distance, we're coming up on Splash, the famous water park that La Mirada is known for. Like I said, it recently got an award for being one of the most outstanding water parks in Southern California. This is a section and section that pointless splash. Also gonna have a chance to look at the park from a distance. Everything basically in Mirada, all the services are basically right here. Right here behind these trees is the local Mirada cemetery. In the distance over there is our very own gymnasium. Everything is complete here. It's a complete center for everything. When they were building the expansion, the gymnasium was one of the first ones to be built. Splash was one of the last ones to be built. Over here on this side of Splash there's a swing stadium. Over on the far end is the water park. Over here is the gymnasium that we're coming up on. We'll take a little tour of the park for a moment. This is the biggest park in Mirada. Right here is the gymnasium. Play basketball and do, active games. This is actually now the park. Take a little overlook. It used to be some time ago that the pool facilities were on the other side of the park. We used to call it the plunge. Obviously, it's not there anymore, but it's now one big water park. It's a pond, complete with its wildlife. Take a little view of it. Has its own little island out there. Ducks and geese visit families. You can fish out here. There's no bluegill in here. Not much feeding, I guess, but active fishing. Little geese there, just doing whatever geese do. Right there we see the end of the pond, or the lake. There's the easternmost portion. It's a waterfall right there when it's raining, loading up with water. This park, besides having a water park, you can walk your dog. It does have a disc golf course. We're going to take a look right here. There's disc golf. Tells you, where to hit things. So there's a lot for you to do here. Over here too, we have a large picnic area. Tennis courts. Take a look at the tennis courts. Several little play islands, like the one in the distance. This one particular one's for little kids, toddlers. Tennis court. There's also volley tennis courts up on the bluff and racquetball courts on the far side. Another play area over here. We get a bird's eye view of Splash from here. This is actually the fun part of the park. See the water slide here. Here you see it. Water slide. There's a good view of it right here. The water slide system. Over here we have ball diamonds. Racquetball area. All diamonds in the distance. La Mirada Regional Park is the biggest park in La Mirada. It's called Lazy River down there. Take us over outside. See one of the disc golf places here. Moving down this is probably the lowest elevation in the park. It's at the bottom of a pit. There's a drain channel that goes right at the bottom of it. It's like a bowl shape. hillside there. So now we're going to turn around and we're going to go back. There used to be a little dirt track over here to ride your bikes. It's not there anymore. Right over there in the distance. Used to be, when I was growing up, motocross biking was popular. So now we're going to go back, take a panorama view of the Ball Diamond area on the eastern side of the park. Beyond here is La Mirada High School, and about over in that direction is La Mirada Golf Course. So anyway, I want to thank you for spending a few minutes here looking at La Mirada Park. And next week we'll look at another component of La Mirada. Until then, if you have any questions, call your realtor, John Now. You have a nice day. Thank you for watching.